can't have you in my life when I'm trying to move on.
Was that through the heart? Welcome back, super friends and super family. I am Thor, your friendly neighborhood god of thunder. Today, I'm reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 3, Episode 21. So we're here. I mean, it's a two-part episode. I mean, the finale. I'm assuming both of these episodes are going to be directly focused on the showdown between Buffy and company versus Faith and the mayor. At least that's what I'm hoping. If it's anything at all like the season 2 finale, which was such a satisfying 2-episode ending to a season, I mean, that's going to be hard to beat. This finale doesn't even need to be as good as the season 2 finale. I'm not going to hold it to that standard necessarily, but I am just very, very excited. I'm excited to see the mayor and how they come up with a plan to defeat him. You know, it's going to be hard to top the plan of showing up with a rocket launcher to take out your enemy. I don't know if anything is cooler than that, but I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say that it's going to be really up to Giles and Wesley and Willow to figure out a way that they can, you know, take away the invincibility of the mayor. And if his idea is to transform into some form of demon, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say either it's Lucifer or, you know, Lucifer's stepbrother or something, one high-level demon, or actually my theory is that it's going to be multiple demons. You know, the mayor wants many. And it's kind of strange. Isn't it kind of strange that the mayor, who's so obsessed with cleanliness, is someone who would want to become a demon, which is so filthy, essentially? I don't know. I feel like there's an interesting contradiction in his character. I guess there's a lot of contradictions in his character, but as excited as I am for that, I'm much more excited about the Faith versus Buffy, because Faith, you know, Faith is cool. I like Faith, and it's just so cool to have an evil slayer against a good slayer. And like I mentioned, I think it's going to come down to a moral struggle between Buffy choosing not to be like Faith in some way. And I'm still concerned. I still am worried that someone is going to die. If it's Cordelia, I'm gone. I'm done watching. If it's Giles, I might do the same thing. It's going to be Joyce or Xander. And I actually hope it's Xander. Not that I want him to die, but I think that he could die possibly in a way that is tragic and completely redemptive, if that makes sense. I don't know. I could just see that being like, if any of the characters, maybe none of the characters are going to die. I could be totally wrong. Maybe my theory is, you know, you could still have Buffy have a moral dilemma with choosing to spare Faith without her killing a character. I've yet to see something that would cause Buffy to consider doing something that evil. But we'll see. Who knows? I'm very, very excited to check out this finale. As always, if you want to watch the full unedited reaction of this episode of Buffy, it's on Patreon, and next week's the final episode is also going to be out for early access. Thank you to everyone who supports there. Let's get into the episode. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 3, Episode 21.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
What's the body count gonna be for the student graduation here?
I woke up the other day with this feeling in my gut. I just know. There's no way I'm getting out of this school alive.
Dang, I hope Xander's not correct.
One more rotation, and I'm shipping stateside. You know what I mean?
Sell them if ever.
Kind of an appropriate response, but this could be bad if Xander's getting a bad feeling right now.
I hope we don't lose touch.
No, we'll hang out.
Bye.
They're definitely losing touch.
Don't you hate her?
Yes, with a fiery vengeance. She picked on me for 10 years. Vacuous tramp. I'm just missing everything. I miss PE.
Oh.
I think it's contagious.
I feel like I'd be more like Buffy, honestly.
I just don't get the whole graduation thing. I mean, you get a piece of paper and nothing changes.
I mean, you're kind of right, Buffy.
Oh, trusty soda machine. I push you for root beer. You give me Coke. What do you mean? mean not go?
Ascension? Mayor becoming a demon, snacking upon populace?
A few good reasons.
Mayor at graduation? 100 helpless kids to feed on. You got any other surprises for us?
I'm sure there's plenty of surprises coming.
Didn't expect a politician to be interested in my research.
What's your research, bro?
What are you doing?
I'll make it quick.
Put that away.
She gonna kill him?
A scream!
Who wouldn't?
He's got a badass reply, who wouldn't?
You know, I never thought to ask.
Yeah, if there was any doubt that Faith is, enjoying the violence. It's interesting the mayor would have some professor killed. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank as far as predictions. And I don't know whether Xander's, fear of death is a misdirection. Him concerned that he's going to die. Does that mean someone else is going to die? It does make me feel less concerned for his character. But I could also see Joss being clever enough to do like a double misdirection, where because Xander is fearful of dying, people like myself might think he's safe. I don't know.
And everything went smoothly with Mr. Worth?
Not if you're Mr. Worth.
That is a little bit funny for evil people.
You know how I feel about loose ends.
But I also know how you feel about security, bro. Maybe focus less on loose ends, more on your basic security.
You look lovely. Perfect for the Ascension.
Yeah, you gotta look your best for taking over the world and killing millions.
The Ascension isn't just my day. It's yours, too. Your day to blossom.
You can really see the insidiousness of the mayor, like how he plays to her real craving for parental guidance and approval. He's very good at doing that.
What I know you will do, no father could be prouder.
I mean, come on, Mr. Palpatine over here. Yeah, you can see. That's good acting, though. You see, like, his smile and how when she walks away, it fades slightly.
You know, Percy, that was actually for your own good.
Yeah, but you don't need to tell him everything about that.
And I got the grades. I'm graduating tomorrow. I'll forget all this crap.
I mean, that's kind of what I did.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Harris.
Tried to sneak in.
E. No. There's no E.
Oh, we're playing Hangman? Okay, this teacher is awesome.
Next.
Hi.
Steven. Hey.
Are they going to become a couple?
Do something else you like. We could, watch sports of some kind.
Does Xander watch sports?
I don't know.
Men like sports. I'm sure of it.
For all your living in history, you don't know a whole lot about men.
Men watch the action movie. They eat of the beef and enjoy to look at the bosoms. 1,000 years of avenging our wrongs, and that's all you've learned?
Exactly.
I survived the Ascension, and then maybe you and I could do some sports-related...
Wait.
What?
Oh no. You just gave away valuable information, dude. Oh, Xander.
Brutally stabbed.
Are they sparring?
Still worth.
Oh, how cool is it that Giles doesn't even have to look? Giles might be the best this whole season.
Lester had something or knew something.
Then I want to know too.
Exactly.
By attempting to keep a valuable clue from us, the mayor may have inadvertently led us right to it.
Yes. Way to summarize.
What page are you on, Wes? 'Cause we already got there.
Faith has you at a disadvantage, Buffy.
Because I'm not crazy or because I don't kill people?
Both, actually.
Yeah. It's like Joker versus Batman, okay?
I can make her cry uncle, though, and I mean to.
Good.
Don't let your feelings about Faith interfere with your work.
It's also good advice.
Our priority is stopping the Ascension.
Easier said than done, Monarchy Boy.
Oh, is she gonna help them? No way.
I've seen some horrible things in my time. I've been the cause of most of them, actually, but this.
She's been the cause of most.
Are human hybrids like vampires. The Ascension means that a human becomes pure demon.
Oh, a pure blood one. Great.
Well, for one thing, they're bigger.
Are we gonna have like a giant? Like, how much does bigger mean? I mean, I'm assuming they couldn't use too many effects for this show.
I believe in order. Sunnydale owes you a debt. It will be repaid.
Snyder better not die. I hope I'm really rooting for Snyder to turn good.
What's going on?
How come Evo Girl's in the mix?
Valid question.
So,
What the? How are...
So, what are kids reading nowadays?
Oh, dang it.
Different races coming together?
You never get even a little tired of hearing yourself speak, do you?
Yes, yes, Buffy, tell him. That's so true. I know it doesn't do anything, but it's still nice that Giles did that. Is he gonna stab someone?
It's gonna be one heck of a speech.
It better be short. It is unnerving how easily he can just walk up to them and how essentially there's nothing they can do with the level of power he has.
you might be able to help.
Or I might be able to live.
Come on, Anya. I'm actually rooting for her to turn good.
What's her saga?
She's freaking.
About what?
The end of the world.
What are you doing? You're running away again?
Talk to your mom.
And you're taking my clothes.
Mom, I need you to leave town tonight.
She's not going to.
Graduation is a pointless ceremony where you sit around and listen to a bunch of boring speech, and maroon does nothing for my complexion, so don't argue, okay?
What an amazing takedown on the graduation ceremony.
You have to trust me on this. Can you do that?
Dang, is Joyce really gonna leave? I'm surprised, although I appreciate how much she listened to Buffy. Like, what a difference from the end of season 2.
Communicate with Shrimp. I've got the goods right here.
Our lives are different than other people's.
You're just realizing that, Oz?
Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna find a spell to stop the ascension. I'm no witch.
Yes, you are a witch, Willow.
Poor Amy back to a person.
Oh, Amy is still... Okay, that is so sad. Amy.
But you got the swinging habit trail going. I think Amy's in a good place emotionally.
How would you know? She's in a cage.
What are you doing?
Panicking.
As he says so calmly.
Stealthy.
Not my best entrance.
It's afraid I run into Faith.
You're not?
It's gonna happen sooner or later.
It is, and I can't wait to see it.
Look, I don't need an escort. I'm a big girl. Superpowers, remember?
Something's wrong. She's hiding something from Angel, maybe.
You just show up at the prom and then you disappear into the ozone. And for all I know, you left town.
He said he wasn't going to leave until after the Ascension.
I can't have you in my life when I'm trying to move on.
Was that through the heart? This is what happens when you focus on relationship drama instead of the end of the world.
Miss the heart.
Meant to.
Did you really? Why would you want to keep him alive? Thank goodness she missed.
3, 1.
I knew you were going to do that. Mr. Worth posits that it might be some heretofore undiscovered dinosaur.
Is this going to turn into Jurassic Park in the finale here?
In his demon form, he can be killed.
Great. So all we need is 1,000,000 tons of burning lava.
Why would he turn into a demon if that makes him weaker, though?
Damn.
Oh no, what is it? Is it poisonous?
You're burning up.
It's poison.
I do like how Buffy is just concerned about his well-being and puts aside all their arguments and disagreements.
Council has all the known toxins on file, mystical or otherwise. I'll contact them immediately.
Good, good. Thank you for being so useful, Wesley.
Is it nice? Should this be a quiet moment?
I know exactly what you mean.
Oz really knows the perfect thing to say. Who's it going to be? Watch, it's going to be Willow's horrible mom.
I have to ingest several of the inhabitants of this box.
Ingest?
Eat?
Eat.
He's like, did you really not know that word?
I can do it easy.
Get some rest.
He's like, okay, boring story. I need to do my ingesting. I'm tired of faking to care about you.
I'm a little short on cash.
Just tell him it's for me.
Right.
The value of having good relationships, Willow. Well done. Oh, careful. It's so dark.
Xander?
Is it Anya? Can she be trusted? I really want her to help them.
You're going to die if you stay here.
Don't say that.
When I think that something could happen to you, it feels bad inside.
Well, then stay and help.
Come with me.
Stay with him.
I can't.
I like that camera movement as he steps back.
I got friends on the line.
So?
That humanity thing's still a work in progress, isn't it?
Are you really going to be that much help to them? I mean, you'll probably just get in the way.
Oh, come on. He helps a ton.
Your stock's plummeted here, sweetheart.
Fine. You know what? I hope you die.
How dare you say that?
Aren't we gonna kiss?
Red flag, in my opinion. They need to get Angel better, not just because we don't want him to die, but because they're going to need his help to take on the mayor. They need all the powerful people.
He'll be okay.
What kind of poison would the mayor want? It better not be something that can bring Angelus back.
Did you reach the council?
Yes.
And what? That's really bad news. What is it?
They couldn't help.
They couldn't or wouldn't?
Wouldn't.
Oh my gosh.
It's not council policy to cure vampires.
Why did you tell them it was a vampire?
Do you explain that these were special cells?
Not under any circumstances, and yes, I did try to convince them.
I hate the council.
The council's orders are to concentrate on the...
Orders. I don't think I'm gonna be taking any more orders.
Good. Especially from the council.
You can't turn your back on the council.
She can do whatever she wants. Stop her, bro.
I don't think they can tell which way my back is facing.
Giles, talk to her.
Say, well done, Buffy.
So until the next layer comes along, they can close up shop. I'm not working for them anymore.
Good. Thank goodness.
Happening. Faith poisoned Angel to distract you.
Well then, fix Angel, bro.
Oh, we need a strategy.
I have a strategy. You're not in it.
This is Mutiny.
Good. Who cares? I don't care.
I like to think of it as graduation.
What a great line back. What a great line back. Dang. Scenes like this make you love Buffy so much.
Buffy. You don't know what you're doing.
Got a job.
I mean, Wesley, after having been on the ground helping out, can't you see how inadequate the council is and how effective Buffy and her friends actually are? Come on, bro.
No, it's in here, but...
Wait, completely reverse the effects.
What's the cost? What's the side effect?
Come on, guys. The suspense is killing you.
Exactly. Great line, Xander, by the way.
The only way to cure this thing is to drain the blood of a slayer.
Faith. She has turned to the dark side. Dang. I mean, honestly...
Buffy, if Angel drains Faith's blood, it'll kill her.
Not if she's already dead.
That's pretty dark, but, I mean, Faith does need to be stopped. She is committing horrible crimes.
Won't be in her name, but if the mayor's putting her up, it might be in his.
Maybe he's charging it to the city.
But the mayor wants Buffy. You know what it is? I'm telling you, Mayor is Palpatine, okay? And Buffy is Luke Skywalker, and Faith is Vader. He wants Buffy as the apprentice.
I can't play kid games anymore. This is how she wants it.
Get some backup, though.
Just get me an address.
Once again, though, I like the understanding that Xander has about Buffy. Oh, I'm so hyped for this showdown. And I know I'm predicting the moral dilemma of having to spare Faith, but emotionally, I'm all for just taking her out and saving Angel. I really am. I mean, you lost the element of surprise, but this could be cool. And look at Buffy's outfit. Wow, come on. That's so cool. I don't think leather is practical to fight in, but it looks so cool.
There's a cure.
Damn. What is it?
Your blood.
Oops. The warm-up punches. I hope this isn't a trap, though. Like, this might not be a fair fight. The mayor might show up. Nice. Come on. Let's go, Buffy.
Stick around.
Interesting choice of strategy. And none of this would even be necessary if the Dumb Watchers Council, I swear.
Boy, it's a good thing no one ever wanted to check any of these books out, huh?
This is very convenient.
Is that a fourth wall breaking moment or just a commentary on how little interest students have in reading? Oh, he has to watch? It's got to be so nasty.
And what's the fun in becoming an immortal demon if you're not regular? Am I right?
Sir, there may be trouble at Faith's.
Oh no, oh no. I swear, if Buffy beats her in a fair fight and then the mayor shows up... I wonder how hard it was with the choreography being, like, chained together.
What's the matter? All that killing and you're afraid to die?
I mean, I think she is. Oh, dang. I'm surprised no one broke their wrist first.
That's mine.
Well, you left it.
Man, I'm gonna miss this.
Holy. No way. That's not a killing blow, is it? I don't think she's gonna die. She's gonna let herself die. Or get rescued, maybe.
Still won't help your boy, though.
Grab her, Buffy. Don't just stand there. She's not dead. She's not dead. I don't believe it. I think Buffy was just too shocked in the moment for what she had actually did to, like, grab Faith, but it's too bad. Shh. What a place to end the episode. That's not even fair, man. That's not even fair. Alright, so that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 3, Episode 21. I'm going to try not to make this too brief in my eagerness to go right now and watch the finale of the season, because it, you know, it really feels like a part 1 of part 2. It does not feel like its own episode. So, but it's... I mean, it's interesting. We're taking an angle that's slightly different than what I thought, and it does give me some relief, although I'm not going to let myself make the mistake of getting too comfortable. But there's a chance, now that they've kind of done what I thought, kind of giving Buffy a moral dilemma where she is in a position where she's forced to somewhat kill Faith. But it's because Angel's in trouble. And I don't think Angel's going to die. Could be wrong. You never know. Like I said, Angel could be a prequel show. I know nothing about it. But I don't think so. I think if he would have died, it would have been when he got shot with that arrow or in a more dramatic way. But, I mean, of course, Buffy's decision to go after Faith and kill her. I guess... It's tough. I mean, I don't know. I would love to hear what people think of Buffy's choices in that moment. I mean, of course, you don't want to, kill people. I mean, that's not a line that you want to force Buffy towards. And it really reminds me, actually, of the Batman animation that I watched maybe a month or so ago. Probably way longer than that, depending on when you're watching this on YouTube. But the Under the Red Hood. And it kind of brings up Jason Todd. I mean, not to make this too much only for people who've seen that movie, but essentially, I mean, I think most people are similar with the dynamic of Batman versus the Joker, and how Joker always is trying to tempt Batman to cross the line and kill him, and Batman, struggles with that. But what's really interesting is in that one of the Robin characters, essentially Jason Todd, is angry with Batman because he's like, think of all the lives that have suffered, the people who have died because you never killed the Joker. Like, because you let the Joker live, tons of other people's lives have been ruined. So that is basically the situation, a similar moral dilemma that we have with Faith. And so it's an interesting question that I don't think, like I said, emotionally, I'm rooting Buffy. I'm like, yeah, kill Faith, save Angel. It's no problem. Have an epic showdown and save the people we actually care about as our heroes. But stepping outside of it and looking at it as the actual moral struggle and moral question that it is on a deeper level, I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in, where you're put in a place where killing your enemy will save your loved one. I don't know, but I certainly can relate to Buffy's instinct of, yeah, okay, we, Faith is evil, our showdown is inevitable now that that my love, Angel is in peril. I'm going to do what has to be done. I can certainly empathize with that. And I also think it's meaningful that Giles didn't say anything about that decision. And that makes me like Giles more in a way, almost, where it's almost like he respects Buffy enough to make that choice herself. And maybe he doesn't have an easy answer. I mean, I don't have an easy answer, certainly. And that does bring me back. I mean, I've ranted about this a few times, but this is just the final thing. How crazy and dumb is the Watchers Council? I mean, all of those people, like, what do they actually do for humanity? All they do is like make up rules. They probably are on some high-end salary when they could be sending more of that budget to the people actually doing stuff in Sunnydale. Who knows what they're doing, sipping tea, playing golf or cricket, or I don't frickin' know, but they are so annoying. And that's why it was my favorite moment of the episode was Buffy standing up to Wesley, and really not standing up to Wesley, but basically saying, like, the council can, like, stop me. What are you going to do? Stop me. Like, they're in charge by whose rules, like, why? They don't deserve to be making any decisions. I'm a big believer in respecting authority figures if they're good, and also not respecting authority figures if they're terrible, like the Watcher Council. I think there's no reason to follow some, they're not, they weren't elected by God, okay? There's not some divine instruction or divine authority going on here. They're just human beings who are clearly unintelligent and uninvolved. So why listen to them? But just very satisfying. And then I thought, fitting in with the parallels that this show does for, the real world, the real high school experience, things like graduation, I thought it was very appropriate for Buffy, the whole episode, to kind of be, looking down on the graduation experience, belittling it, saying this is stupid or just meaningless, and things that I myself have thought, especially going through it in school. But I like how she used the line, when she makes her own decision to go her own way and to say no to something that is clearly wrong and unintelligent, that she ties thematically everything together by saying, like, the word, like, I prefer to use the word graduation. And I think it's such a perfect thing because it works for, Buffy in a way. It feels like her embracing the reality of what graduation actually is, which, yes, of course, it's not about the diploma piece of paper or the boring speeches or sitting out in the hot sun. But what it is kind of a representation, at least, this is my take and interpretation of the show, and honestly, a lot of my own similar thoughts, but it's a representation of you, becoming an adult in a different way, and maturing. And part of that process that is very important is learning to think for yourself, learning to recognize when even other authority figures are wrong, and learning to say no and stand up for yourself. I mean, so many things, making decisions in your own life, choosing your path for the future. But I just like how all of that is coming together. And I also really, I'm interested with the subplot with Anya and Xander here. Something about Anya is just pretty funny. I mean, her in the prom episode was pretty hilarious. And I don't know, her there's something about, despite her evil, that seems fairly benign. And I was a little bit going back and forth, like, should we trust her or not in this episode? But she's also pretty crazy. I mean, at least in my opinion, And I was rooting for her to stick with Xander and actually help everybody out, and maybe there's a chance that she will in part 2, and if she does, that'll kind of be a perfect redemption, at least in my opinion, for her character. But I could see her not. I could see her as a figure who is kind of tempting Xander to escape, and once again, like Xander always does at the end of the seasons, he steps up in a seriously significant way, and I was so proud of him. And I just like how he kind of scoffs at her confusion, when he's like, my friends are here, and she's like, what? And he's like, how human are you? I'm butchering the lines, but that's basically, kind of his response. And I'm just like, Xander, why can't you be this great all the time? But, forget it. No one's perfect. Part of the show, everyone's flawed. I am appreciating the the heroism that Xander is showing in these moments. I hope he continues it. I could still see his character dying, though, at the end. I'm not fully comfortable with everything going on. But I'm also intrigued, too. Like, I'm kind of hoping that the mayor's final form isn't this gigantic over-the-top monster or demon, just because, you know, the CG is dated and things like that. But that's not an important issue. That's just kind of a side thing. To me, giant monsters, even if they do look with good CG, don't necessarily impress me that much. Unless it's a movie that's all about that, like Pacific Rim or Godzilla, where kind of the whole point of it is just to sit back and have fun with a giant monster. That's fun. But I mean, as far as villain showdowns, to me, like the fight between Faith and Buffy, I love those types of fights where there's so much meaning and history behind the characters, or even the fight between, Angelus and Buffy at the end of season 2. I don't need like these crazy effects or crazy giant demons to realize how sinister a threat can be, or to have the fight, impact me emotionally. But I don't know. I will be excited to see like how they're able to take the mayor down. And also, I'm 99.9% positive that Faith is not dead. I mean, but since Buffy failed her mission to get Faith, what does that mean? I mean, are we going to run out of time for Angel, or is part 2 her going to be trying to fight Faith again and kill her? I don't know, but I'm excited to check it out. I'm going to go right now and watch the episode. Thank you to everyone for watching along. Like I said, if you do want to see the final episode, that's out on Patreon right now. If not, it'll be right up next week. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.